Look, I am no stranger to making videos on Songs of Conquest. I love this game. It very much scratches that Heroes of Might and Magic itch a lot. It is done so well that now it can pretty much take over for Heroes of Might and Magic going forward. And now as we are getting into that phase where they're going to be releasing new pieces of content updates for a price. So with Vanir, we have our very first DLC for the game. There is a lot to praise about this very first DLC, and I give the developers credit for being creative and even taking a good amount of risk with this new faction. So the Vanir are pretty cool and something I want to explore more because of how they operate. So usually when you upgrade a unit, that unit will stay the same class, but now it will be more powerful. So like if you have a swordsman and then you upgrade them, they become stronger but they are still a form of a swordsman. This is not how the Vanir work, and now they could completely change form. Say you have someone who starts out more as a melee based fighter, and then as you upgrade them, they turn into more of a range fighter. I think in this aspect it's going to take some more time, learning more of the ins and outs with this faction to really get the best use out of them. Because you could be focusing on melee or range for your hero, but then upgrade a unit and then all of this will be flipped. So this is where extra consideration comes into play. I also think it allows for some interesting variability for your units as well. To that end, it's a fun faction, and one that has more of a learning curve to it, but in a good way because you're going to be improving how you use them. Another thing I like is how they have hybrid-like units. So a swordsman might start out with a spear, and their first attack is a ranged attack, where they throw the spear and now for all the following attacks, they are only a melee fighter. So you might find it a bit disappointing that there's no campaign, and I can understand that for the specific faction. It does feel like a missed opportunity to not have a mini campaign set of missions, or anything like that, but you do get some new maps to play around with, and the DLC can be used with others, even if they don't own it. So if you have the new faction, you can face off against anyone, even if they haven't purchased this DLC. Vanir is a way for the game to essentially provide the player with more. The faction adds some appreciated uniqueness to the game, and I think the playstyle is one that I'm going to really enjoy as I keep trying to discover the best ways to use them, and this sort of has that figuring it out type of design for this specific faction. I do think Vanir is worth the asking price, especially if you really enjoy this game. It's a good add-on. What do you think of Songs of Conquest? Have you tried the new DLC? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you can help to keep this channel going strong, and this allows me to be able to do more for my awesome audience. Please check out the links in the description and pinned comment for ways to support the channel. And most of all, thank you very much for watching.